Please have your cameras and microphones off during all the presentations, so we do not disturb our presenters. We have an excellent workshop ahead of us. This time we are talking about the decarbonization processes and technologies. Let me share the agenda. Okay. Okay, the workshop is organized by Ingenious Consortium. Ingenious stands for Building Resilience and Accelerating Transition to Green and Digital Economy in Energy Intensive Industries. Okay, uh, this is our workshop number 4. As I mentioned, it's efficient and sustainable decarbonization processes. And our agenda looks following. Okay, I'm Eva Rekosz. I'm from Mazovia Cluster ICT. Excuse me. Okay. And I will talk. I'm covering for Katerina Orlish, who was supposed to be a hostess of today's workshop, but unfortunately she's sick. So I'll try to cover her with the quality she always provides. So bear with me. I will shortly introduce our project. Then we will have Azucena from Meta Industry 4, our partner from Spain. She will talk about innovation grants, the most important part of our project. And then we start with the presentations of our honorable guests. We will have Mr. Yassine Babou from Daphne Technology. Then we will have Mr. Iji Mikesh from TerraMed and Alexander Parfinovic from NACO Technologies. I'm sorry. So let me start with presentation of our project. Ingenious, it's a 36 months project with 4 partners. We have my cluster, Mazovia Cluster ICT, who is the coordinator. Then we have plus, just one moment, Monica, excuse me. Then we have PlasticNet Plasmatech, BalticNet Plasmatech German cluster, Nano Progress, our friends from Czech Republic, and Meta Industry 4, new kid on the block from Spain. What we did, we started with identifying challenges which we want to base our activities around, and these challenges refer to mostly to energy intensive industries. Each challenge is a topic of a workshop. We are planning to have 8 of them. The most important part is the open call for money for SMEs. We have over 1 million euros to award the projects which with innovative technologies and products towards green and digital transition. We are thinking about 6 to 9 awarding projects which have to last 12 months, but Azucena will give you more details on that. Also, we offer internationalization grants for missions abroad for the SMEs, and training grants. We built a portfolio of mentors, trainers, and the SME can choose training topic according to the needs. We will also train ourselves how to help companies in the transition period, how to help with to be more sustainable. Last, we will launch our website very soon. probably within 1 week. So please stay tuned and see. You will have updates, informations about the project, about the partners portfolio of mentors, and we are also very active on social media. So also please follow us on social media to be on the track and to see what's going on with our project. This is a very short presentation. Now I would like Azucena to um, tell us about the innovation grants. Azucena, the floor is yours.
I will. Thank you very much, Eva. I will share my presentation now. Can you see my
Yes,
presentation?
yes.
Uh, Wait, because I'm not seeing it. I don't know why. Uh, I cannot see. Okay. If you can see it, I will go forward. Okay. As Eva was telling you, the Ingenious Innovation Grants are the tools that we have for funding projects. So there is an overall amount of money of 1 million of euros for all of them. So basically, the objective of these innovation grants is to fund innovative and collaborative projects in the area of the energy intensive industry. How we will do it? Uh, Through financial support to SMEs to develop projects. And also helping SMEs to accelerate the implementation of the digital and green transformation. So projects, what we are looking for. The project proposals will speak about some of these 4 points. So affordable, clean, and efficient technology solution can be also the development of new business models, also innovating on services, technology, and production lines, and opening new markets. So about the requirements of the projects, you will have to be in a TRL level from 6 to 9, starting from tier of 5. So the project duration is 12 months. They are all the same. It's a duration, fixed duration of 1 year. So who can apply? Proposals will be submitted by consortia of 2 to 3 SMEs. So only SMEs can be beneficiaries. However, there is also the possibility of collaborating in these proposals for instance, big companies or research institutions or academia as collaborators, like subcontracting, for instance, or just by participating somehow, but never to be beneficiary of our innovation grants. These SMEs have to work, or the proposal has to be around energy intensive industry field, and they must be either providers of solution to the energy intensive uh, industries towards green and digital transition and resilience, or yeah, to be directly related in the framework on this industry field. So the consortium composition has to be made by 2 to 3 SMEs, meaning that one of the SMEs has to participate as challenge owner and the other one as a solution provider. If the consortium is made by 3 SMEs, then the third SMEs can be either another challenge owner or another solution provider. Concerning the funding, that is the interesting thing. You need to know that the maximum funding per SMEs is 60,000 euros. So, taking into account that the consortium can be made by 3 SMEs, the maximum funding per project is 180 euros. The number of projects, it depends on the on our funding, available funding. So is um, is established between 6 to 9 projects in total. The type of financial support is lump sum, so no need to justify to have tickets or bills. So you just have to work on the project, and the justification will be done with reports of the advance and the results. The payments will be like just at the very beginning of the when you launch the project, you will have 50% of the funding. Then in the half of the time, after 6 months, you will have 25%, and after the validation of an intermediate report, and then lastly 25% more after the year when you finish and you present the final report and we validate it. So about the timeline, you need to know that the proposal submission, so the open call starts the 2nd of May till 14th of July. Then the Ingenious team will review all the proposals. There is no rectification period, so just the eligible proposals will pass to the following step, that is the assessment step. The assessment will be made by evaluators that are independent and experts. None of the members of Ingenious will be evaluators. So this assessment will be held between September and final of October, and then we will have all the score of the proposals, and then we will assign the money to the projects, and all the awarded projects will sign the grant agreement between November and 15 December. Then after some days of holiday in Christmas, we will start the project. The kickoff project kickoff will be the 1st of January of 2024 till 31st of December 2024. All this information and more is coming in the web page, in the Ingenious Eurocluster web page. We will have very shortly available also information with the guide for applicants and all these kind of documents that will describe all the information related to the innovation grants. And I will be your contact point. You can see there my email address. And also, obviously, you have also your contact points of the other clusters if you need more information. So I think I have done all the information that I had. So Eva, if you want, the floor is yours again. I will stop sharing my screen.
Thank you very much, Asu. I just add that we are working, actually, we are done with the guide for applicants for all three grants. And we also prepared the list of frequently asked questions. But in case of any other questions, please contact us either via our clusters or going through the social media and trying to contact us via the profiles. And when we start our website, there will be a possibility of contacting. Also, we will. I don't know even whether I mentioned we will have a possibility. We will have a matchmaking possibility on our website. So, for companies who will be looking for partners, there will be also a good tool maybe to find and construct the consortium. Thank you, Azucena, once again. We are on time. I'm very happy. Now we can start with our most important part, the presentation of our guests. And we start with Daphne Technology. Um, toward a comprehensive solution for methane emission reduction with Mr. Yassin Babu. Yassin, the floor is yours, please.
Thank you very much. I hope that you can hear me and
Yes.
probably you can see also my screen. Just give me 1 second just to put it in the full screen mode. So I would like first for sure to thank the organizing committee for this workshop, because this is for us a very nice opportunity to present a bit our company to the audience. And we are Daphne Technology. We are a small company, I would say about 30 people, plus minus some oscillations in the last month. And we are based actually in Switzerland. But from formal point of view, being based in Switzerland, we are Switzerland is associated partner, so there is no problem to participate to this call. So the ambition of Daphne Technology is to protect the environment by developing comprehensive solution, technological solution to remove greenhouse gases, but also undesired substances like NOx and SOxes. So we are, let's say, focusing on developing a reduction system to reduce the emission of greenhouse gases, but also we are developing measurement systems to measure actually how much of these substances are emitted, and also we are proposing some methodology to monetize actually this emission and to convert this into money, basically to convert this into cash. And our target market can be divided into categories. So this is the offshore energy sector. That includes upstream, midstream, and downstream system emitting greenhouse gases like CO2, but also focusing high interest on the methane, CH4. Basically, these are systems or subsystems that are burning something. I mean, they are burning fuel, and this is something which emits a lot of CO2 or CH4, depending on the case. And this, depending on the regulation, or there is a regulation, or there will be soon a regulation, there is high interest from this energy sector actually to implement after treatment system that can efficiently reduce the emitted greenhouse gases. And the other market that we are considering also, this is related to the energy conversion, and especially for the transport and the maritime transport, which is using on the vessels engine, which is operating with methane. And here you have actually some well-known situation is that even when we are burning with sufficient efficiency the methane, there is still some part of the methane which is emitted actually, and this is something that need to be addressed from one way or another way, just because the global warming potential of the methane is about 80 times the one of the CO2. So we are currently developing three type of solutions at different level of uh, let's say of level of readiness. So we have Pure Metrics. So this is one of the products which is currently at about TRL 5. So this is an emission monitoring system to measure greenhouse gases that are released in the ambient actually from maritime or land-based combustion engines. We have also the Sleep Pure. This is the name of the product, but this is an after treatment system, which is already in pretty advanced status in terms of TRL. And this is a new type of exhaust system to remove the methane. As I mentioned, this is a critical problem, especially for combustion engine operating with a natural gas. And we have also the Seal Pure, which is about to be released on the market. It's very advanced, but this time this is more. I mean, this is addressing the emission of the SOxes, so this is a bit out of the topic of the current workshop. So I will not discuss this one. But our model, how do we approach actually this reduction topic? This is by proposing actually to the market and to the customers a full and comprehensive approach that includes, of course, systems, hardware, basically. This is systems to reduce the greenhouse gases, but also appropriate or dedicated measurement systems to measure in real time, but also to report the exact tones, the exact quantity of CO2 and CH4 that have been emitted, and all that this is done in real time. And also we propose, we integrate in our overall approach methodology actually to convert this emission of greenhouse gases or the reduction of the greenhouse gases emitted I mean, this is an approach to monetize actually this reduction emission, this emission of the reduction. And basically, because just from customer point of view, this has also to be understood is that they are not always keen to implement on their system, on their operating engine, an after treatment system, but they need also to see the value actually from just cash perspective, from money perspective. And with our methodology, we can show actually that they can generate some additional revenues. I will just present this, the working principle for the Sleep Pure. So this is an after treatment system that you can see here, which is meant to reduce CH4. So this is the exhaust gas coming from IC, internal combustion engine, and which is processed in this cartridge. And where the job is done actually, and this is based on a plasma. So this is here you have let's say, artistic representation of the operation which is going on. So the polluted gas is entering here with a lot of methane. Here there is a discharge which is applied that produce electrons, but at the end in the plasma, this is the reactive medium. You produce also radicals that are reactive, that are prone to react with the methane and that convert the methane into CO and water. And yes, probably just I would like to add one word about this because the usage, the use of the plasma discharge in general, this is not something new, but actually here this is our value from Daphne Technologies that we are proposing. We are implementing an appropriate powering technology to generate the discharge because sometimes the discharge and the efficiency of the discharge and the nature of the discharge of the plasma discharge depends strongly on what type of voltage profile. I mean, this is a bit more technical, but if there is some question about this, for sure I can answer it after the presentation with pleasure. And the other product which is related to the measurement of the emitted gas, of the emitted greenhouse gases. This is the pure metrics actually, and this is a continuous emission monitoring system that measure the concentration in real time of the greenhouse gases which is emitted through an exhaust system, or for instance here you have this example on a stack which is connected at the end of a gas engine or oil engine, by the way. And for this device, for this system, we have also developed, of course, a full, let's say, a full approach that allows the customer to track and to produce all relevant information, actually to monitor, to report, and also to verify and assess the quantity of undesired pollutant that has been emitted, and also to assess the quantity of pollutant that has been converted or kind of have been passivated.
Yassine, I need
Yes,
to ask you to wrap up slowly because we have a time limit
that
for each presentation.
yeah,
So
that
sorry,
means so.
I want to give a chance to the remaining two presenters.
Yes, so
Even though your presentation is very interesting, close to my heart, but I have to, be rigid about the time frame.
fully understood, and it is finished. So now this is
Ah,
just
okay.
to finish with this aspect. So indeed, our headquarters is located in Switzerland, but we have also some subsidiaries in Norway, in Sweden. We have also offices in Romania, in Dubai, in Singapore, and all that just to be close to the big player in that field. So thank you for your attention.
Thank you very
Oh,
much, Yassine. It was a very interesting presentation indeed. I could speak longer because actually we are very much involved in this biomethane and methane technologies. So definitely I will contact you. And now, in case you have any questions, I don't think we will. I hope we will have some time at the end of our meeting. But if not, please put your questions into the chat, and we will try to direct it to a relevant speaker. Right now, we will have Mr. Iji Mikesh with his speech on field infrastructure for groundwater and precipitation research in terms of the innovation potential of products, processes, and systems created for efficient management of scarce resources. Iji, the floor is yours, please.
Thank you very much. So, do you see my presentation, please?
Yes.
Okay. So, many thanks for the possibility to present our company and our core activities. And I try to be very brief in the presentation, in the description, but I think we can make space for cooperation. So, I am representative of the Teramet company. We operate Hydrogeopark, which is the main part of my presentation, what we can do and what we can offer. And we are a proud member of Nano Progress cluster, which was mentioned in the first part of this presentation. So, very briefly, Teramet is a company that offers services and products for technical protection of the environment. And for these purposes, we operate special field infrastructure called Hydrogeopark. We try to maximize green technologies, smart solutions for municipalities and cities. And we try to work with people as much as possible, both with scientists, representatives of local governments, but also with students and mainly citizens. The focus of this effort is primarily the topic of groundwater, rainwater, managing them in a way which is close to nature and succeed in restoring the natural conditions in the environment. At the same time, we can offer the environment and conditions for testing of materials, their durability, testing equipment and devices to confirm their reliability and functionality. Here we see the main space to offer the possibility of partnership with us, among other things, and also within the Ingenious program. What we can add is experimental geological exploration, drilling works, trial operations of heat pumps, resistance of storage tanks located in the ground, reduction of emissions from contamination of groundwater, and so maximal effort is emission-free energy sources for our solution. So Hydrogeopark is approximately 50 kilometers from Prague, near to the Spasity Poděbrady. So this is Prague, this is the village of Pátek, and this is the air view on the situation. And here we operate the special infrastructure, which is called Hydrogeopark. So this is a map with the situation, and more than 20 hydrogeological wells are operated, perfectly described, and may serve as a key part of this infrastructure. So an example. So we has also basement for techniques, for measurements, which is operated by green sources of energy, and we can operate all experiments and testings which are created on this area. So some illustrations, and this is really a school or a lab in the nature. This is the logo of Hydrogeopark. And now, very briefly, our references. First one, this was the cooperation with Israeli partner, AD Industrial Recycling Technologies. And this cooperation led to the development of green technology, how to eliminate chlorinated hydrocarbons from groundwater. And it is based on the fact that we use iron, create iron oxides, and we colonize it by iron-reducing bacteria, and they create iron particles. And when it's contacted with the contamination, here an example of chlorinated hydrocarbons, these bacteria transform it into the form of carbon dioxide, chlorides, so relatively naturally free compounds. So the second one, this was the trap technology. This was with Norwegian partner IFE. And this was the first application of partitioning interval tracer test, which is about the description of the subsurface, about the fracturing, about the morphology, about the geological parameters. But which is very important, we combine the structural description and also the distribution of possible contamination. It is derived from technologies which are using for oil recovery, very popular and extent in Norwegian. So this is the field area which was very detailed described and characterized, and some testing infrastructure which is similar and which is same as on the further pictures about Hydrogeopark, our colleague from Norwegian. And third example of our cooperation, this is the Czech word hladinka, but this is not only the way how to tap beer in Czech, but what is very important, this is the groundwater level and its measurement. And we developed a special system which enable, for example, for the representatives of local governments to observe groundwater level and some parameters, also meteorological parameters. And we created special program for the final using clever smartphone or some type of the local devices for collection of this data. So example 4, this is the cooperation with the Czech University, University of Chemical Technologies in Prague. And this is rainwater management. We collect rainwater and we clean it in the special box, which is called SOR box. And the main part, or the most important part, is special filling in this box. And we estimate that it is possible to operate it for 10 years, which is very important because from the roof you collect many contamination into the groundwater when infiltrated in these natural systems. Some view on this experimental system, which is nowadays fully operated by the owner of this building. Some detailed picture. So, and something about us, we focus on rain because this is very important for the restoration of groundwater sources. So wells are the second part. We try monitor it. We try to measure this information. We can provide, for instance, for this heat pumps, groundwater, very important information or testings, how to operate it, and also infiltration, which is need for the restoration of these sources as groundwater is. So, and the last part, we try to make things which are basic, reliable, user-friendly, and multifunctional. And we try teach, protect, research, and demonstrate, which is very important also in the process of decarbonization, which is very difficult field, consisting from many interactions with the other areas and other scientific views on this issue. So thank you for your time. I hope it was not over the limit. Thank you.
Thank you, Iji. It was right on time. Thank you very much. Okay, now we have our third presenter, Mr. Alexander Parfinovich from NACO Technology.
Yes.
Alexander, the floor
Yes,
is yours.
can you hear me?
Yes, and we can see your presentation.
Super great, thank you. So I'm Alex, co-founder of NACO, and in our team we are concerned about climate change and energy dependence, and we decided to concentrate on green hydrogen. I don't know, it's not moving. Okay, yes, so why green hydrogen? Green hydrogen allows to take solar and wind energy and store it and use it for households, transport, and industry. And that would make this fossil-free economy working. It's the last missing block. But to realize this vision, we have two major problems, and they're related to electrolyzers. If we look inside of the electrolyzer, there are two major problems. The first is corrosion. Hydrogen is very aggressive, so it leads to short lifetimes of electrolyzers that are producing green hydrogen, and also to high maintenance cost. The second issue is high cost of catalytic materials that are needed for production of green hydrogen. And moreover, catalytic materials like platinum and iridium, they are limited on planet Earth. So basically when industrial hydrogen producers will try to scale up, they will face skyrocketing prices for these catalytic materials. So here we have two options. Option number one, we can look for platinum in iridium or on other planets, or we can look closer to our homes and search new materials. And this is what NACO technology does. We develop new materials in form of nanocoatings, and we also have developed the best performing nanocoating process that is at least 10 times faster than alternatives. And we work with our partners in two steps. In step number one, we develop new material, and we can use any material from periodic table, and also any material combinations that are possible to create. And step number two, we coat electrolyzer components that are well protected against corrosion and also at significantly lower cost. And why our solution, our coatings are so good? For that, we need to look on a micron scale. So our coatings are significantly denser, so much more dense, doesn't allow hydrogen to sneak in and cause corrosion. And also our films are significantly thinner, so we use in our process 10 times less material to achieve required performance. And so this huge difference is achieved by our know-how in coating process, in special equipment, and also in materials. We have two patent applications for our high-speed magnetron process and also for new materials. And this year, we also received EIC accelerator funds to apply for breakthrough catalytic coating on PEM membranes that are used for electrolyzers and also for fuel cells. So today, if we look on the coating market, chemical coating as the most popular, but for hydrogen applications, they are not, they don't have sufficient quality. Other nano coating techniques are way too expensive comparing to NACO. So we compete both on quality and cost. So the team is a mix of engineer, designers, and material scientists. We're 11 people. We have Professor Mitin, who is recognized nano coating guru with 50 years experience. So we have Edward, who has built 7 manufacturing companies in past. And I also have experience in building companies with also successful exits at the end. If we look at the customers that we work with, those are those who are producing electrolyzers for green hydrogen, and also those who are making fuel cells for automotive and industry applications. And so these are the two most growing markets, and for us it means that many of billions of coated components will need to be produced in coming years. We already work with 20 customers from the market. Some of them are the biggest players, like Siemens Energy, ThyssenKrupp, Ballard, Plug Power from States, Toyota, Hyundai. We also work with universities, startups, and mid-sized companies. Last year, we also had investment to build our first pilot production. So we don't only create the new recipes for coatings, but we also will be capable this year to produce them on a mass scale. And we actually continue building larger capacities in coming years. So this is the inline that will be operational in few months' time. So I think I can stop more or less here. So if somebody is interested to expand and support us in making green hydrogen revolution, I'm here. I'm Alex from NACO. Thank you for the attention.
Okay, Alexander, thank you very much. I have a question, and your company is stationed where? Is located in which country?
We are in Latvia.
Okay. Okay.
Sitting in the capital of Latvia, in Riga.
Okay, all right, thank you. And from your presentation, I could see that that you have a lot in common with our nanotechnology friends from Nano Progress. So maybe it's a good opportunity here to present, to start cooperating. Okay, once again, thank you, Alex. Are there any questions to our presenters? Please raise your hand or put the question in the chat. If not, okay, anybody? We will share the presentations and the recording. As I mentioned, we will have it in on our website. So so it will be available there, and also you can contact us at any time for to pass the context, to pass the presentations. Now let me move. If there are no questions, I would like to invite everybody to our next number 5 workshop, and please mark your calendars, because it will be on Tuesday, not Thursday. So the next one is coming on the 4th of April, the same time, and we will talk about technology improvement and all product innovation for green transition. And our guest will be Nano Progress, as far as I remember. Here you have the QR codes for our social medias. So please follow us, make comments, contact us because I'm sure that we can have a good collaboration. And we have a question. How fast is the coating? Sorry, how fast is the coating process, Alex?
Yeah, so it's of course it's a tricky question. Different materials they have different coating speeds. On average, if you compare us to the conventional magnetron sputtering, we are 10 times faster for the most of the materials. But if you compare to other techniques, I need to know what kind of material we're talking about.
Okay, thank you for the question and thank you for that answer. I can see that you're an expert.
Yeah, but just to get the feeling, we're talking about, if we talk about the catalytic coatings, we're talking about seconds, just to get the feeling of the timing.
Okay, anybody else? Any other questions? If not, I would like to thank everybody and invite you for Tuesday for our next workshop. And thank you very much and talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, Izzy. Asu, I think you can stop sharing, recording. And you know what? I think that you will have to check the recording because the time of the recording is 1 hour, 12 minutes.